Bird is going to tell you the rules.
Rules for engagement.
Go ahead.
No crosstalk.
No crosstalk. Or you got it. If you got to talk to somebody, go outside. Or in the bathroom, it's okay. But there's only one place to sit there. Now, just because we got to focus. So this is an experiment to see if we can do this in a large group. And it's very educational, but it can be boring too. So if you get bored, just go out to a coffee shop or something. There's one next door, an inferior one.
In Thalasso, I found 3 folders that aren't
Okay.
renamed.
So what do you think lasso means?
Fine arts.
Yeah. Why? It's laws.
No cross.
Laws, God. No, you can answer a question. What's a soa? Soa.
So fix.
No, that's
To
soa.
fix it. Oh.
Soa means to fix, like sojong means to fix your bells.
Mm.
Fix and purify, sojong.
Mm.
But soa, yeah, so means to make things. What's the word for factory? Soja.
Soja.
Yeah, so Grva, ja means a fence or an enclosed place. So what's the monastic word for a monastery?
Jatsang.
Jatsang. What does sang mean? It means complete. It means hive. Yeah. Yeah, that's different. Sagisugi. No. So anyway, Jatsang is the Tibetan word for monastery. They don't say Gomba or something like that. They say Jatsang, which means
sound house.
fence,
Oh, yeah.
hive. But the word fence means chaba, means enclosed person.
Monk.
So the word for a monk is chaba, meaning someone who lives in an enclosed place. So Jatsang means a hive of people who live in an enclosed place. And that's a monastery or a nunnery. So soja is the most common modern Tibetan word with so in it.
Factory.
And it's any kind of manufacturing facility. It's called a soja. Okay, so they have a dengi soja at the monastery.
Denji soja.
Like Dorji Den, you know Dorji Den. Carpet factory. Dengi soja. Okay? So just so you'll know what they're talking about. Okay, so now we didn't finish this. We're doing the folders, names, which are the shelves in the library. You come to look for a book. And when I did them, like in the 80s and 90s on the bus, on the way to work, because it's 2 hours each way, I was restricted to 8 letters by the old architecture of computers. So we're expanding them out now. So I had to be pretty creative because you got 10,000 books and you have 8 letters to distinguish them from each letter. So there we go. Chi. What's chi?
Death.
No.
Oh, chi. This is outside.
As a folder, what do you guess it is?
General.
General treatments. So how do you spell it in Tibetan?
SPYI.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then
This is the same chi as in
Yeah.
very important.
Ah.
And a very common colloquial word is cheer, which means generally. No, that's a different cheer. That's aspirated. So cheer means chitang is the colloquial. Chitang means generally speaking. So it's very important in debating.
Chitang.
If you want to be able to get out of your statement later, you say chitang. Generally, that's true.
I said general.
And it applies to exceptions. And then you can squeak out later if it gets uncomfortable.
So I'm thinking this Lamrim is this Lamrim and it's just steps on the path?
I think that's how to draw the people of the Lamrim.
Mm.
Yeah, how to draw the likenesses of the lamas of the Lamrim. So
Should we put a...
I think Lamrim's okay.
Okay. Because it's in Thalasso, so it'll be obvious.
Yeah.
This is probably how to build a stupa.
Yeah, it is. It's instructions for how to build a stupa. You can just say stupas.
Okay.
It's weird how close that is to stupid, and a lot of people mistake it for that. Okay.
And then within
Did you
stupas...
date your Bisunbun, by the way?
I didn't yet.
I think it's July 1st. Is
Mhm,
it?
July 2nd. Oh, and I called my
Yesterday was
birthday.
his birthday.
July 1st.
We should have some kind of a party.
Yeah.
There's always an excuse for a party. Okay.
Where
next.
we were in Hasso. Let me just make sure, because in Chitten there was a few. Looks like they're fine.
Dodra.
Raj, right?
Dodra. Did we do Dodra?
Let's see. No.
Okay, let's do that.
Chi,
That's what-
it's again.
yeah.
It's general treatments.
Yeah. What's Dodra?
Commentaries on the sutras.
Sutras. And they're actually quite rare in Tibet. Like, it hasn't been an emphasis at all in Tibet to comment on sutras. You know, like, very few. You know, so.
Wow. Daga Yesh. I have no idea what that
I'm
means.
sorry, tenure. They had a kanya. The Karmapa gave them a kanya. The last Karmapa. But Daga Yesh is weird. Why?
Something by Ngonso Dharma Bhaja.
Oh, Daga Yesh Kido. It's a person's name. Now, I'd probably you'd want to. How are we going to do this? Because these are from Sanskrit.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we put. Do you want to put the Sanskrit name or both? Or
I think we could put the Sanskrit. What you seem to have done in the past is put the Tibetan name and then the Sanskrit name with the English pronunciation. Yeah,
okay, let's do that. So somebody has to look up Daga Yeshi in Lokas Chandra. That's race.
But you always, from what I've seen in this Sumba, it's always the pronunciation of the Sanskrit, not like with the percent
Yeah,
signs.
that's okay. Yeah. Look, you go here.
Looking him up in the Kangir.
No, in Lokas Chandra.
Oh.
There he is. Martis Jnana.
Oh, so he's a Daga Yeshe. So I'll put it in Tibetan.
Yeah, it's a Hypoxis Legman.
The only time it occurs.
It only occurs once. Yeah. Daga Yeshi.
Okay, so sorry, can you say that again?
Martis Jnana.
Murti's Jnana.
Jnana.
Should I put it
RTI?
in capitals or lowercase? Or, capitals, right?
We could say requested by Martis Jnana, but I think we'll just leave it like this, okay?
Okay, 2 words or 1?
2.
Parentheses?
I guess we don't need parentheses if we have an underscore.
Okay. Okay.
Am I right?
I'm just trying to think of the way that we've done it
Oh,
before.
how about parentheses and then an underscore?
Okay, I think I like that.
Just you have to be aware that the correct pronunciation of a vocalic R is I-R, not R-I. You don't say Amrita, you say Amrita. You don't say Krishna, you say Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so even the Krishna people mispronounce his name. And then they tell you it's important to pronounce Sanskrit correctly.
And then, so in English, should I just put the pronunciation?
I would put something like, yeah, just.
Or sutra requested by?
I would put sutra requested by.
Okay.
Was it requested by? I don't remember.
And then, is it an enye? Like, should it be as jnana?
I'm not doing that nowadays because it's too hard for people. Let's go look up the sutra and make sure it was requested by and not about him or something. All right, so you look for Daga, right? Near, tell me what.
Sutra? Do?
There's a better way.
Requested?
If I want to see the title.
Oh.
Pakedu.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the language kept to that. Okay. Then I go to the kanji, wherever that is. Right here. We haven't worked on it since February. No matches. That's pretty weird.
You put an extra apostrophe.
Oh, did I?
Just
Where?
DA apostrophe. Oh, you have one in the beginning and at the end of da.
That's what it is.
Oh, somehow on here. Oh, it is here like that. Just on the folder, it's not like that.
Let's try Gayashe. Okay. On the assumption that there's something wrong with the That's weird.
Yeah. Especially since we know that it's at least in this
Maybe
one.
I don't. Maybe I've updated the Kongyur this time. You are my God bless. Oh yeah, I'm using no. No, it should have worked.
Is it?
How about Yeshe near Daga? Some kind of variation on Daga. See what I mean? Okay, let's try that. You are my. That's not it.
There we
That
go.
is it. Oh, here it is. But why didn't we hit it? We're in it. So Daga Yeshe turns out to be the name of the book and not the person. Okay? So it's not requested by. That's why I wanted to check. So it's
Sutra entitled.
you can say sutra. You can say transcendent wisdom sutra.
Okay. That's what Mirtajnana means.
Apparently. Murti is a really unusual one. I think there's a murti, which means what?
Death.
More. Huh? It means an incarnation. Or Krishna Murti means the embodiment of Krishna. Yeah. And then Murti means death. So you gotta be careful. So what's Murti?
Murti.
The death of the incarnation. Is that possible?
Murti.
Yeah.
Dorje Chippa.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just diamond cutter. I can just put Dorje Chippa and then diamond cutter.
Well,
We
what
check?
should you put?
Dorje Chippa Vajra Chitaka.
Diamond cutter sutra.
Diamond cutter sutra. Okay.
That's one of the few. There's only one commentary that I know of in the Glupa lineage, and that's Tony Lamas. There's one Indian commentary by Kamala Shila, and it's kind of mind-only-y.
There's owls, right?
No R. No R in the door. No, I mean second R.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Although when you abbreviate it, it's Dorje. Yeah,
So
then you have an R. Yeah, you can do that. It's like saying die cut sutra. But you gotta put the chip in there.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna finish this one.
IKA. Technically, there's two chats, but it's impossible to render in English. So
This Chippa is
GCOD.
oh yeah.
What's the word for ritual?
Oh.
Yeah,
Choga.
chod. That's the same spelling, chod. And then the Western Tibetans call it chod, because they don't say D correct. They don't say D in the way that the central dialect does. Cut your consciousness. Yeah. But it's mistaken, because what it means is to cut your tendency to see things as self-existent. Of course, it doesn't mean to kill yourself. And then everybody in the West thinks it's some kind of way to die or something.
Suicide sutra. This doesn't have anything in it.
That's weird. Geton, what is Getomba?
The 8 views.
Getong. Tong can mean empty, but it also means D. It also means 1,000.
Oh right. 8,000 verses.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is go to. That's why I store the older versions when you give me a new version.
Yeah.
Like, was it true a year ago that Getomba didn't have anything in it? And why would I put it there if it didn't have anything in it? See, so I'll go to my old ones. You know, this is
I've come across a couple of these instances where there's folders that
kind of
don't-
scary. You know, a folder with nothing in it is suspicious. Well,
Mhm.
I don't see anything.
So you don't see any older symbols,
No.
or you didn't see anything in
I
the
don't see any.
here?
You have a really old Simboom?
Yeah, I have a pretty old one in here. Let
You.
me open another one. Dropbox, ACIP database, right here, Sungboom 8513.
Oh, 2 years ago. That's good.
Dundrel, right?
Dojo,
Is that-
MDO.
Okay, Dojo. Nothing in Gaetong in there.
It's just kind of worrying.
That's interesting.
Okay, let's leave it. All right, let's go back.
So wait a second. I see something weird here. Gesha, look. Here, there's one called Drupta. That's not in this dojo.
Dang, this is frightening.
What's going on?
Somebody's been messing with this stuff. I think we already have all that. You can check under your Drupal.
You know, it must have just been moved.
Yeah, but who
because
moved these things?
It wasn't me.
It's frightening.
Didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I don't have it here. Oh, you just took it out?
No, I didn't touch it. I'm just looking at it in this old version.
Oh, well, somebody must have fixed it since then. That's
And
okay.
yeah, okay. So
We have all those.
right. Pankya,
We're doing
Guntang. Yeah, okay. That's
Okay, so cut
So
your tombo and we just have to live with it.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't we have the? Oh, okay. Kelsang.
The song means Dodi Kelsang. What's that?
The Sutra of good rich, good
This
fortune.
is Buskal.
Because
Sukal. Sukal is
Bhagavan.
Sukal is Bhaga,
Bhaga, yes.
and Buskal is Kalpa.
Oh, so the
Kalpa has a
Sutra-
P sound in it, which is close to a B sound, and that's how I remember the spelling. Buskalpa means a Kalpa. So what's the Kelsang?
Sutra of the Fortunate
Yeah.
Eon.
Okay. So somebody wrote a commentary on that.
But I
I
don't know how to
think
say
that's
it.
a sutra about all the Buddhists that are going to be coming and thousand Buddhists. How the flowers, some flower starts growing, and then you know this Buddha's coming. And it only grows every 10 million years or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Excuse me? Yeah.
Conjid.
Wait, let me see let me see. Oh, you took it from the title. Okay, Kelson. Great. Okay. Wow, I was really struggling on that one.
The Hook of Faith. The Sutra on Recollecting the Supreme Jewels. Oh,
Yeah. So you could just say Sutra on Recollecting the Supreme Jewels.
okay. And then in Tibetan, let's see how you.
It's called Dremba. There's a Dremba near Shakshi. The four recollections, or I don't remember what they are.
Remember near Shakshi.
This is different. These are Drem.
Drenki Doja. No, it's a commentary.
This is the recollection of the three jewels.
So Konchok J Drengi Do.
Yeah. What's the J?
The Supreme. The
After. Yeah. With an S, it means after. Sanskrit? Good. What's Jesujemba? To remember. That's a clue.
Oh, I knew that. To remember.
Anu. Yeah. Good. And the S often drops out between Sanskrit and English, so it became memory, memorial. I don't know about murmur. I think murmur is an Anapic word, yeah. Like Berber is Sanskrit, and it came into barbarian.
Berber.
Meaning people who speak like blah, 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 blah. We don't understand what they're saying. Barbarian means, what do you call that? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it means babblers.
And then there's that tribe in North Africa, the Berbers, that covers all those languages. Yeah, it's probably the same.
That's actually where most Moroccans come from. I think
Yeah.
Ben Gami's family is Berber, yeah. And Gami's real nickname is Rami. Rami. With a Rami. And when they got to France, when they got to the Ellis Island of France, they said, "What's your name?" And they said, "Rami." And they said, "Okay, Gami." and they misspelled it.
Yes.
You can make fun of him. You call him Rami. Hey, Mr. Rami.
Oh, wait.
Rami. It's between the word and
Check, check,
It's like
check.
a French Rami. Rami.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay,
A
don't worry about
Berber.
it.
It's a Berber Rami. Okay, Quintet.
This is contact.
This is what Nakuta.
Slipper
You know, me and Jigme spent a long time on it. It's a huge section of the Kanya.
Dode
It's called the
contact.
pile of jewels.
Like that? Dode contact.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
You I love this stuff so much. This is like having a pizza.
You know what, Geshe?
What?
We haven't been doing the last couple in Sanskrit.
Let's do them.
Okay. So in English it's Sutra.
So somebody has to use DOS and look up Coincho Jaden. It's gonna be Ratna Smriti, right? Something like that.
I think you're in the Kangir.
Kanya. Not there, right?
No.
Let's expand it. You see?
Oh, really?
Not there either.
Shouldn't it have come up even if it had the Su? No.
Let's just do. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For Concho J-Dren. But he tried Concho J-Dren and it didn't come up, so he's trying Concho with Dren.
I'm having trouble seeing it. No match.
Can you guys see his screen?
I'm suspicious. Let's see if Coinjo. Yeah. Okay. That's weird. You could look it up in. That's weird. Let's look up home near Den. I mean, that's getting really radical.
Or Kontek?
They don't. That's weird.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Let's try the Sanskrit. So, Ratna near Smriti. Not there.
Huh.
Jiggy, can you find that? Oh, let's go find it in the Sanskrit. I mean, let's go find it in the Kangir.
In the Kangir.
So coin choke, okay, near Den, right?
Mm-hmm. And you want to search the Kangir?
That's gonna be too many hits. Let's do near Puke,
Oh.
and then we'll just do J, okay?
Don't forget to change it to the Kangir.
Yep. You
Thank you.
were you allergic to working or?
Well, I used to be until I got this job.
You know what I bet? This is not even a sutra. I bet it's a part of the what did we catalog yesterday?
Oh,
Avatan Saka.
a catalog and notes to the Exalted Sutra of the Heap of Jewels. You called it Heap of Jewels here. I'll put it that too. Do you like pile or heap better?
I don't. Yeah. Let's look up all the sutras that have J-Dren in it, okay?
Okay. In the Kangir.
Yeah, but we're not hitting anything. Here's one.
Okay.
This is the recollection just of the Buddha.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe that's what his commentary is too. Oh, there's the. That's interesting. Maybe we split them out. You see? Now we go to previous match, and the catalog number is it's not assigned yet.
Oh.
But it's volume 68, work number 14. Okay, next match.
In the Kangir.
Yeah, next match. So maybe they've just split out the three jewels.
Okay. Oh,
You see what I mean?
you mean as three separate?
Maybe there's no sutra to the three jewels. There's maybe 3 sutras to each of the jewels. You see?
Oh.
Because here's the. Yeah, that's the next work in the Kangir. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do we expect the next hit to be?
Another same name, but to the other
Gendon
jewel.
Jason Dumba.
Oh, okay, to the Sung jewel.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. So the sutra on the recollection of 3 jewels is 3 sutras,
Mm-hmm.
and
So
some of them are only half a page long.
should I change the title of this text to the instead of Sutra on the 3 jewels, 3 sutras?
That's going to be a tricky question.
Cataloging us to the exalted sutras of the heap of jewels.
That's a great way to show how smart you are. And somebody will correct it, trust me. We'll probably correct it like 10 years from now. We say, why did we do that?
Yeah. Nick, why did he put an S?
Why'd you put an S there?
Keep it lowercase. Just
No, you're in the wrong one.
No, I did both. Oh, no? Input jewels.
This is a different thing. We're on the Koincho Jesu Jumba.
Yeah, Konso.
You see what I mean?
Maybe I spelled that wrong.
This is a different text.
Oh. Hold on a
Uh,
second. Let me get rid of these S's.
yeah,
Uh,
it's Koincho. Yeah, this is what we're working on.
okay.
Yeah, that's where you put sutras.
right.
You okay, good. All right. Namdong. What is Namdong? I have no idea.
Oh, we still have to find the Sanskrit titles for these two if you want.
There is none.
Dodi Kelsang.
For Dode Kelsang, there will be.
Okay, and it's not Bhagavan because that's the other Kel.
It's not Bugga.
Bhaga.
Yeah.
It's Van.
The it's got to be something like Kalpa, Bhadra Kalpa or something.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's look that up just to be smart. Kalpa near Bhadra.
In this
Your yoga teacher, you say
Bhadra.
Bhadra. I'm like,
It's a great exercise for us.
make it. I don't know why they write things about me in the newspaper. Those idiots. Okay.
Uh-huh. Kappa.
Here it is.
Uh-huh.
Kalsamba.
So Bhadra Kappa.
We'll just say Bhadra Kalpa, yeah. You are my...
Should this be a KH? Did I mess up there?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me see that again, sorry. Okay,
BH.
got it.
Good.
Says,
I don't think, people just refer to it like Bhadra Kalpa, they don't say sutra.
cool, and then this one does not have a Sanskrit name.
Right.
Okay. One sec.
We'll be smart by not putting it.
Yeah, instead of inventing one.
Yeah. Because if they go looking for it, they'll never find it.
Yeah. Namjang.
I don't even know what this is.
Park, Meiju, Jung, Wei, Chuki, Namjang. Oh, we have no English title for this one. I'm sure I took a stab at translating it in my notes. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what I did.
This looks like a sutra. That's weird. What's Namdang? You know it from the Heart Sutra. Dee 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 dee. Chuki Namdang Dingens in the Nomba Shu Song. Yeah, the aspect of the Dharma. But Namdang means it's the modern Tibetan word for a synonym, so it's good to know. Yeah.
For what?
A synonym is called a Namdang. But in the Heart Sutra, it means a variety of meditation. You see?
I tried to translate it here. Like, exalted collection and the discourses on wondrous deeds.
Oh,
I don't know why I did.
we must have done it. There's no catalog entry.
No, you didn't have a translation in there. There was a catalog entry, but it didn't have an English title.
Oh, really? This smells like sutra. So sometimes sutras are printed separately in Tibet outside of the Kagyu if they're very popular. Like Hard Sutra, obviously, but big sutras like the Gate Domba is frequently printed separately.
8,000 verses.
I'm smelling that this is not a commentary. No, it is a commentary.
Because it's got an author here, a Tibetan. Changung Arya Pandita.
But it starts out like a sutra. Read the first few lines.
Pakpa. Pakpa meditation. Oh, the actual work.
Yeah, look. Gyagakedu. Then it says, Sangye Danchanju Semba Tanjulacha. Dike Dake Dubaduchina. That's what they always say.
I heard this teaching.
Yeah. Chamden De Gabakapna. The Buddha was sitting at
the peak of
Apakap.
the king's peak.
How do you say it into
The
Sanskrit?
king.
How do you say it in Sanskrit? The peak of the king. Gurha. Yeah, it's the domain of the king or something. Gurha. Gurha means a home. Like what's a homeowner in Sanskrit? It's kind of derogatory. Yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Gurhapati.
Yeah.
Okay. Kim Dak into Dak.
It's derogatory
Kim
because
Dak. That's why I was so hesitant to get a house.
the monks disdain for the commoners.
You're supposed to sleep under a tree. But as you get older, it's more difficult. You see, it starts out with a sutra.
Yeah.
Let's go down and see.
Could it be written in that style where they go line by line?
No, he's not commenting on it.
Hmm.
Does he play through with a commentary? No.
Looks like it's, I mean, as well as I can read Tibetan. No. Well, here, this looks like it's referencing the conqueror, right?
Look where I have my thing down here. Dzogso means that's the end of the book. Then it says, Gyaga Gikambo Dharma Ka Gotawa Bende Eshe Ningbo Gyur.
This abbot of this Indian
Gyur, what's Gyur?
change.
Bisgyur.
Become.
Translated by.
Translated.
This has got to be an original sutra. So why it's here, I don't know. No, it's translated by these two people, by the Indian Pandita Dharmakara, working with the Tibetan master translator Bende Yeshi. Bende is what in Pali? When you go to Sri Lanka, you'll hear all the monks referred to as Bende. It's Spanta probably. Yeah, it's a corruption of Pandita. Then the Pali people argue that theirs is purer. And it's obviously just corrupt Sanskrit. You know? It's spoken Sanskrit. It's colloquial Sanskrit. Anyway, this is a really classical sutra, and I don't see any reason why it should be attributed to a Tibetan. Okay?
Okay.
Which is maybe why I never translated the title. I don't know. Now, is this just a completely false sutra? Did he make up one? Well, how would we find out?
Well, we can search the catalog.
Yeah, search the Kagyu. Let's go search the Kagyu.
Okay.
So, when you search the Kagyu for a title, what's the first thing you do? Yeah, put Pokedu, which means in the language of Tibet, and then you'll hit the title. Then, do you use the word Parpa, for example, near the word Pokedu? Do you look for the word Arya? Yeah, because there's about 800 sutras that have the word Arya in it. So what you do to make a good search is you pick the most
obscure.
Yeah, so there is an obscure word here. Dharma is not obscure. Namjang is not that obscure. Pa totally not obscure. Metachungwa is obscure. What? Metachungwa means wondrous. Okay, like Vibhuti or something like that. Okay, Metachungwa. So we're gonna look up Metachungwa near. We're gonna look in the Kangya for Metachungwa near Pukedu. Okay. Why will the word? Why don't you have to say Pukedu? Yeah. Why do you not have to add that du in this search?
Because it's the only way it's going to come up in the Kangir is in that very part in the very beginning.
Will the words Tibetan language ever be used in the Kangir? No. So you don't have to say in the.
Right.
You see, even just look for put probably.
Yeah.
Although there might be a few puts like to call somebody or something. Okay. So here we go. Not there. Oh, there it is. Now we found something in Kangir with the same name. What's the next step?
Text here.
Compare it to the book that we're cataloging
Let me open it up and we
and see if they're the same.
Oops.
You know, it might be a cheap way to do it is go to the end and look at the translator. This is very illuminating. Check this out. Dzogso, when you're doing this exercise, go to Dzogso, which means the end of the book. That's the end of the sutra. Then you look at what comes next. Gyagi Kempo Jina Mitra.
Yeah.
This was translated by Jina Mitra and Surrender Bodhi, working with Bende Yeshide.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, last time we didn't have both.
What did it say last time?
I'm checking. Were you at the
So
end
to
when
the
you
end,
found
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Bende Yeshe Ningbo.
Mhm.
So it's a different translators.
Mhm.
So what do we got here? It's a different translation of the same sutra. It's extremely interesting,
Mhm.
and they threw them out after Bhutan. They threw them all out.
These sutras.
Anything that didn't get into Bhutan's Kangya got thrown out. Any translation that didn't make it up to Bhutan's standards got thrown out. And Tsongkhapa in his commentaries will often say, I prefer this translation, this other translation, because they were still around in his time. Because he was how old when Bhutan passed away? He was 7. So they were still around for a while. So he'll say, I prefer this translation. You know, and,
But they didn't actually put them back into Kangir.
they didn't store them separately. They didn't archive the translations that didn't make it. They just died out, which is telling thing. And I predict that if a book gets into our mother database, it'll survive. You see what I mean? If you say we have 5,000 great books, people are never going to publish 4,000 of them. They'll always publish it as a group, or they'll transfer it to another server as a group. But by putting them into a body, a canon, you protect them. You see what I mean? Then nobody gets lost if not used for a few generations. Just people keep copying it, even though nobody reads it, because it's in that canon. So this is the exercise. So why is it attributed to a Tibetan author? That's our next question.
Nor is it the Tibetan author who's credited with being the translator.
No. Why did I put Arya Panditanga? How are we going to deal with this?
We're going to search for him in this text. And
Let's search for him in
Kangir?
No, he won't be in the Kangir.
But he's Tibetan, so it doesn't seem like he should be.
But he's late.
Alright.
Where do you find a Tibetan author when you're looking for one? And what he wrote? And what he... Which one?
I guess I would look at any of them. I would.
Shater.
Yeah.
That's our...
Yeah, that's our go-to.
So a reading Tibetan group cataloged all the great books of Tibetan, Galupas mostly. Yeah, it's 3 volumes long. It took them 15 years. And we're kind of using that as a goal of what we want to put in our database. So let's go look in there and see if he ever published this somehow to make it available, or if it was carved into his collected works somehow. So we're going to look under Shater.
I don't have it hooked up to my Gopher. Do you?
I do have it.
Okay.
So we're going to go...
JJ Ternza. The catalog. That's the name of the
So we're looking up Medicine, right?
catalog.
No, we want it to be
the author, right?
You're right. What's his name? Ayappa.
Chang Arya Pandang Awang Sutsang.
Let's look up Chung. That's pretty.
Okay. LCA.
Here's shit there. By the way, we have to do reference later, right? We have to fix these.
Oh yeah. We didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. Okay, this is. We hit the table of contents. You can see it on this screen. Okay. We hit the table of contents of that catalog.
Mm-hmm.
So he is in the catalog. In fact, he's the last one in the first volume. This catalog was done alphabetically. First volume got up to. Okay. All right. He's the last guy in the first book. They got up to Cha. Now we're going to hit it again, and we'll hit the list of his books. And then we got to go through the list and see. Okay. So what's this say? What's that say? Here's the content. Here's the catalog of his symbol. Okay.
Now we gotta look for this.
There's a fatal error in this title somewhere. You tell me where. You won't find it. You won't find it if you look. If you spell it correctly, you won't find it. There's a spelling error in this line. Yep. You tell me.
Yeah.
It says Pandita. So if I had looked for Changung Pandita, I never would have found it. You see what I mean? That's why we're doing the Sanskrit correctly. You see, because if they have a list of 5,000 books to try to find, they can't look through the catalog manually. They can't flip through. It'll be 50 pages long. Every time they find a palm leaf manuscript, they can't go flip. They got to be able to search it with a computer. And if we misspell the titles, if we send them a catalog that's misspelled, a shopping list that's misspelled, and they find the one that's on the list, but we misspelled the name, list. So that's why we're going to correct the Sanskrit names, okay, to make them perfect in our shopping list. Okay. So anyway,
I guess that's the one kind of dangerous part about this computer searching for everything.
it is very dangerous. If the input is corrupt, never find it. So you have to become very good at searching different ways. So I purposely left out the Pandita because so many people make mistakes on Pandita. See what I mean? Okay? Okay, here's this works. Now, I want you to be aware in this invaluable catalog of Tibetan literature, which is pretty much our goal of everything we want to put in our database. They say Parma. What's Parma? We talked about it yesterday. It means volume. In their, this is the 3,705th volume in their library. So for them, this means book number 3705. Par means impression.
Impression.
And like when you take a picture, it's called Parma. Yeah. But Che means a device. C-H-A-S. They invented cell phones after I left the monastery. I think they call it a mobile. Like in Russia, they don't say cell phone, they say mobile.
Yeah, we're also the mobile.
Okay. Anyway, here's his catalog. Okay. What's this KA?
The volume count.
Yeah, it means volume number 1. Okay. Now, I just want you to learn to use this catalog. What are the two numbers?
The tome.
The first number is the order of the work within the volume. So each volume has multiple works normally. And the second number is the number of pages. Why is that helpful, for example, in what we're doing right now? No, tell me how many pages in this sutra.
Yeah. 9B.
9 pages.
9B is a blank page.
They don't count that way. This catalog is by
Yeah.
front and back combined. Folio, not face.
So then it's 9.
So if we find something that looks interesting but it's 25 pages long, it's not the right one. Okay, that's the point.
It's close.
So what's the first few words of what we're looking for?
The First few words of the title.
Yeah, it's Pak
Pakpa Medu Chungwa.
Okay, so here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is a waste of time. Let's just look up Medijunga. Okay, man. I just want to do it. If we know he's in that volume, and we don't find Medijunga, he didn't write this, and it wasn't in his Sungbum, and I don't know why I credited him. Somebody messed up. Okay.
You probably had a good reason.
Now that other people are working on it, I can blame all my mistakes on other people. It's not this one.
No.
It's 23 matches. That's too many. I don't want to go that long.
Should we cross it with this
Medijunga,
name?
give me another piece.
Okay.
Chicken Namdang, right? They can just say Cha.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
No.
That's not it. It's close.
No.
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 Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 pages. That's our baby.
Are we?
They did. Now we go back. We're in volume Cha. Okay.
Are we sure that it's his?
That's what we're just about to find out.
Mhm.
There's Cha. Okay.
Mhm.
We gotta go back through Nga. Where's you watch these numbers, you see? When you get to 1 in parentheses, you know you hit the top of the volume. There's Nga. See it again? That's the page number of the catalog. So this catalog was printed as a Western style book. Now, if you don't see an A or a B, you can assume it's a Western style book. Why we don't number 1A, 1B in a Western book? Why did the Tibetans do it that way? Yeah, they had to carve a page with 2 blocks. So it's important to call it 1A, 1B. Then you know what goes on the back of 1A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there are books that we have that were misprinted, and they printed 3B on the back of 1A. You know. Well, he's going to tell you. What's the Tibetan word for in B?
Kaka.
In a foliation.
Oh, what do they put? No, they just put.
It's very interesting. It's unique. It's a unique system. The choice of what they used as a standard is very interesting. Okay, I'll give you a clue. The front side is called Na. The back side is called Ba.
Oh, no,
We talked about this
No,
one.
I don't think so.
Okay, you tell me. Yeah, but why? No, that's in English. Why would a Tibetan call it Na and Ba, the front and the back? Why don't they call it Ka or something like A-B? Yeah, N is the last letter in the word Dun, and B is the last letter in the word Gyab. So Dun means front, and Gyab means back. And they don't do that anywhere else in the history of Tibet. No, they never take the last letter. It's unique. I don't know why they did it, but it's kind of cool. Well, what's interesting, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'll tell you why. You tell me why it makes sense. Why don't you use the first letter? Like for Dun, it would be no, it'd be an M and an R. They're silent. Yeah, they're silent.
So that's why?
I'm guessing. You know.
Because some parts of Tibet, perhaps they dropped the silent letters, or at least it did happen.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, it doesn't help an illiterate person to say R, because they don't hear the R in Gyab.
Mm-hmm.
So use something that is pronounced, so they can remember. I'm guessing. Okay, there's Ka. We're looking for Ka.
It's reasonable.
There's Ka, and now we're going back to Ka. Just above the KA, we should find out
Who it is.
who's the guy.
Ka.
Yeah, that's our guy.
All right.
So it's cataloged correctly.
Or it's
But
catalog.
now the question is, did he write it?
It's in his tomb.
It's in his Sungbum.
Was Was it a commentary or
No,
it
it's
was
not a
just
commentary.
that? Yeah.
As we just checked that.
So he called his work a sutra. It appears.
Now we have another interesting thing, okay? We should check if the wording of his version is close to the wording of the Kangya version. Are we dealing with the same Sanskrit word? Go.
Okay. Well, here's this one. And you already had that one.
I should have it up. Let's see. You
That way, which I think that's the same one I have pulled up. S123.
Oh, you're right.
I did pull up the Kangya one before.
I must have overridden it somehow. Let's go to. We have to go again to Medu, right? Near. Okay. And make sure we're in the Kangya. You Now you tell me if this is if these two are the same book. Translated by different people.
Are we in the book?
Yep. The one on the right is the Kangya. The one on the left is in this Tibetan guy's book.
Oh, we okay. Not so far.
Well,
Sangye. Oh yeah. Okay.
tell me if it's a if it's a different translation, you're going to expect a few variants, but the guts of it should be the same.
Well, the line, it's not the same. I mean,
What's not the same?
it starts out the same, right?
What's not the same?
Well, the way the ends of the line.
Oh, don't worry about
That
the
doesn't matter.
lineation. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's just the paper they're
Carving
writing.
thing. You tell me if it's the same.
I gotta get back to it.
By the way, this is a misspelling. It should be spell. They missed it. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why it's cha.
Yeah, they missed the salak. Yeah. Not really. Are they about the same length?
Yeah, so
A byte count would be great. A byte count would be more precise, actually. Let's look. This starts on 1, and it goes to...
not very far. Yeah, look.
It goes to 9. This starts on
20,
297. So we'd expect it to go to
306.
306. 302. That's okay. It's the same work. Let's look at the end and see if it smells the same at the end. Chemne deke deke chikatsawadam. Yeah, it's the same. It's pretty much the same. Now, why would they have carved it into his collected work?
He did some commentary on it.
It's not a commentary.
Or maybe.
Huh? It's a decision of what to put in a person's symbol normally done by them.
Their student.
It's normally by the students after they die, unfortunately. Okay, so I mean, with rare exceptions. So his students thought it was important to put the sutra into his collected works. Why?
Maybe. That's what I was thinking. Or maybe he taught it to them and they actually thought that he it was his composition. I don't know.
Do you want to go see if he was a translator? If he ever translated anything? He was called a Pandita. I mean, they decided to call him Pandita, right? Used to be in the old days. So here's his. Now, the other great thing about Sheje Terze, besides being the best catalog of Kalpa literature in existence, it gives little bios of each person after his collected works. And they're manageable bios. You don't have to read 500 pages. You see what I mean? So we'll go down until we see prose, okay? Till we're out of the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? Here we go. Tsompa po logyu ning du. What's that mean? What's ning?
Essence or heart.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, nyung, sorry,
little,
nyung means nyung,
little,
nyung,
small.
little bit. Nyung du means just a little. Logyu means his life story.
Here's a little bit of his life.
Logyu in Tibetan means story. It's a good word. That's namtar. But logyu is the modern Tibetan word for the story. Logyu chi labda. You want me to tell you the story what happened on the train, you know? Okay. Tsompa means author. So I'm going to go through very fast and see if he was a translator. He was born in 1770. The first part of the biography is always useless. He was smart. He was a good boy. It probably wasn't.
Oh. You see it?
Where?
Oh, yeah. No.
No, that's a year.
Oh,
In the 6th month of the iron rat year. Chiwa. Chakchi. Chakchi. Here he's 14 years old, okay, so we're still going. What's Chu Yu?
Water.
Here Yu means rabbit or hare.
10th rabbit
The
year.
water hare year.
Oh, water hair.
He met Shankara Dorji, that's a big deal. Here he's 16. So we don't much we won't expect yet to know if he's his translator. Here he studied with a Mongol master. But that book is like 400 pages long.
Yeah.
I'll hit Lotsawa 25 times.
You have to cut out.
You can cut it out, put it into
document.
Word, and search it. And that's sometimes faster than what I'm doing now, but... Here he entered Ganden. He became a monk in Ganden. People don't normally study translation in the major monasteries. They do it with some oddball who went to India or something. Yeah, especially in the 1700s, nobody's translating anymore. Nobody's studying Sanskrit anymore. Very few people, like Muchidar Badar. Yeah. I don't think he was a translator. What they did was extraordinary because they wrote these biographies for hundreds of lamas, and they're nice and they're good and they're well written, and whoever did this work they'd be nice to find. They've been putting out these catalogs for 15, 20 years. They just finished. They're in Tibet somewhere. Yeah, it's hard to contact them.
I think that's it, guys.
But if we can find them, we could hang out together. Yeah, it never mentions that he did any. Yeah. He died. He passed away in 1845 in the afternoon. But it doesn't say he was so. So we don't know why. You could go to his biography and see if he ever taught it. Let's just see if we have his biography just for fun. Huh? We have a lot of bios. I never used them.
So we're going to Namtar?
Yeah, so we'll go to... You know what's the best way to do that?
Oh, that's going to be a long one.
No, it's to go like this. Let's see. A. Simbun. Namtar.
Oh, that's where I was at.
We don't have him. He'd be under Changlun. Say again? Or maybe to protect it. Like they thought, maybe he thought it was a good translation and they wanted to honor him by keeping it in his collected work. What I'm saying is if we had his biography, we could see if they ever mentioned the sutra in there. Easily. You see what I mean? We'd have to read the whole biography, which is pretty hard. What's his other name besides Changlung? See, that's his Changlung is like a county in Tibet. It's like, what county are we in? Yavapai. It's like Yavapai Master. What's his monk's name?
Yeah, it's like right here. Changlung Arya Pandita and
Ngawan
Ngawan
Losam.
Losam.
So let's look under Ngawan. Ngawan Losam
There's a
Tempe.
few. Ngawan Losam Tempe Gyatso.
Tempe Gyaltsen?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have it. We don't have his biography.
We
Okay,
live in Ngajin.
skip it.
Okay.
Let the next generation worry about it. They're in English, right? Yeah.
Do we just leave this in Donjal, or do we? I mean, it shouldn't be in the commentaries. This isn't the commentaries.
I think it's
Should it
the
even be
best
in the
place.
Sukkum at all?
Oh, it'd be really sexy to put it into the Kagya. But then you'd have to. Yeah, it'd be really sexy to keep it in both places.
Give it a new catalog number and.
Yeah. Now you got to go find the catalog. That's a great idea. Let's go do that. That would be a whole project in itself. To find alternate translations to recover them in Tibet. You'd have to have access to all the big libraries in Tibet. Whatever's there's only like 3 or 4 major libraries that survived. Derge, Sakya, and the Patala. The rest were destroyed.
Get in big trouble if he's.
You tell me. Apparently TBRC has access.
Mm.
But not to Patala yet. Nobody has access to Patala. And you can't bribe them anymore because they're rich. Okay.
There's just like rich Chinese, or is it just like Chinese officers living in there now, or?
I don't know. I assume it's federally protected place, and it's probably the federal police or something. Well, you can't use money, use girls. I have used whiskey and cigarettes in the past. That's how we got the tenure and access to Russia. I have never used girls. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So,
Oops.
in that case, Geshe-la, should I name this folder?
What do you mean?
Should I name this folder something?
Yeah. We gotta go find the Sanskrit for it.
Yeah. And then even in Tibetan, is it called Pakpa Medu Chungwei Chukyi Namgang, or should it be like?
It is.
Okay. No dough in there anywhere.
Let's go look. But I don't think you need. We're assuming it's a sutra if it's called in the Dodel section.
Yeah.
Yeah, I once used a lot of Marlboros to get access to a library.
Oh, and then I didn't have we still didn't have English. So
yeah, I gotta give it in
I
English.
could use my translation.
Whoa. Just kidding. Here it is. Oh, okay. We haven't got this far. Me and Jigme haven't got this far. How are we gonna find the Tohoku number? Let's search the Tohoku catalog. You see?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not gonna be Pukedu. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be near Che.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to these are the 2 catalogs.
Tengyur Tohoku, Kangyur Tohoku.
And there it is. And it's gonna be 00319. Now, good question. it's gonna be K00319, right? But we always have a letter after the K that indicates the addition.
Addition.
Which addition is this? It ain't. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We've never input any other congear than the Lhasa. We've never input another. I mean, that's a long-term goal. There's 4 or 5 editions. There's a Beijing edition. There's a Mongol edition in Tibetan. We haven't input them because it would tie up our resources of putting in the commentaries. You see what I mean? So we haven't bothered.
Although I guess at this point, if we wanted to put one of the centers on that,
I have a suggestion. We put KX, and then somebody will figure out that X means we didn't know or something. Okay.
Okay.
We don't know if it's in a standard collection, some congear other than the one we know about. You see? Or that it was just rejected as a translation altogether, and it's not in any of the congears. You see? For that, we'd have to have all the congears input, and we don't.
Do you want to make a note of that? Or because I'm not really ever doing anything on the congear. Or is it just
No, I just want you to title it KX. KX00319.
I'll make a copy.
Make a copy.
Yeah, I got it.
And put it in. Send it to Jigme, and you put it in the congear.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. The next time we meet, we put it in. Actually, it should be a folder under congear. Now under congear, we should say Lhasa congear, and then we'll put unknown congear. You see what I mean? There'll be 2 folders under congear. You see? That's the right way to do it. And then I'll create two mother folders. And someday we'll figure out which congear it comes from, or if it never made it into the congear.
I'll send it to Jigme right now.
It's very interesting, though. I mean, when we get his biography, it'd be interesting to see why was he attached to this alternate translation. What's his connection with this alternate translation? Maybe the guy who carved his collected works, but normally the carvers cannot read. So it was just lying there, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta carve this next." Could be something like that.
Okay, since
That's the achievement of Tibet. I mean, it's 140,000. It's 200,000 books, average 50 pages each. That's 1 million pages. Double is 2 million pages, 2 million faces carved. Yeah, about 700-800 years. That's unbelievable. Because if you've ever seen somebody carve a page, it takes a couple days.
I would bet.
It's unbelievable. He does it backwards, mirror image.
They're thinking ahead.
But that amount of carving, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, okay.
How do you want to translate this?
You tell me.
Okay.
You try and I'll correct you, and then later I won't need to correct you because you'll be right.
I called it the Exalted Sutra of the Discourses on Wondrous Deeds. Exalted Collection is what I called it, but I forget why I put collection.
Okay, it's gonna be an exalted. What's the word we used in the Heart Sutra for Namdang?
Exalted. Sorry, Namdang.
No, you and I translated. Go look for it. Go look it up. It's in the first few lines. No, it's in the first few lines.
Lady of Conquest.
No, Namdang was. He was sitting in the meditation called.
Awareness of the Profound.
No, but what did we say? What was the word before that? It'd be nice to match it. Anyway, I don't think we should go that way. You should call it this: an exalted example of the Dharma, entitled "Amazing."
Oh yeah. We did.
On the part of the teaching, right? So we're going to call it. What did I say?
Exalted
An
example.
exalted example of the Dharma, entitled "Wondrous," in quotation marks. Metuchuma, Mechu.
Okay. So we can keep the wondrous.
By the way, you want to learn some sexy colloquial? If someone says "tashi dele" to you, you can say "tashi dele," but then so tatu dewa topa show. Mechun kawa-san. Say Mechun kawa-san.
Mechun kawa-san.
That's like wow. These are the golden days. Okay, Mechun kawa-san. These are the wondrous golden days. These are the wow days.
Mechun
Kawa-san.
kawa-san. Song?
Mechun kawa-san. Mechun kawa-san. It's like wow. There's this song I play it for you, but waste time. Yeah. Let's see here. It's called Laundry.
Oh, I think I know this.
Unknown Kangir. It's about enjoying the laundry on your line and walking through the sheets and having them touch your face and the sun on you. The band is called The Good Lovelies. They're from Canada. I saw them play at the Musical Instrument Museum. And we should all go to a concert there. It has like 300 seats. And they have people who are so good that they're about to make it. You know what I mean? So they're called The Good Lovelies. Then she said she's kind of busted, big busted, and she went to work out one day and she had a Good Lovelies T-shirt on, and this other lady said they really are. She made a joke about it.
That's hilarious.
I'm happy in my good life. We're waiting for one line, okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's cool.
Here it comes. Here it is. It does not get much better than this. Okay. I like that line.
That's cool.
That's Mechun kawa-san.
Mechun kawa-san. That's cool. I like the banjo and the vibes.
Yeah, and they're all good musicians, and they have great harmonies.
Yeah.
Anyway, Niti.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
are we?
Ichiri.
Okay, what is Niti? Why is Niti not Niti? That's a question. Dee, 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 dee. Why is Niti not Niti?
It says brief, but it's not really brief.
Well, that's another thing. Come on, I want to know.
Oh.
What does Niti mean? What's T mean? I'll give you a clue. Ready? Watch my hand.
2 questions.
Watch my hand. Chik, chu, gya, dong, ti.
Oh.
Boom.
Oh,
Saya.
10,000. 10,000.
Yeah, these are the numbers.
Features 20,000.
Every multiple of 10 has a different name. So it's
20,000.
yeah, it's 20,000. Up to 62nd, 10 to 60th, yeah, which is called Tangmei, but it's a number. Anyway, Niti is not Niti.
And she's not really
Jingmei
20,000.
will explain. Why is the Prajna Paramita in 20,000 verses not called? Not really.
Lines.
No, we call it lines, but it's not 20,000. What is it?
2,000.
Go look it up on your thing. Go look in the Kangya. Here, look on the screen. Let's go to the perfection of wisdom. Here's the Tipas, right?
Oh.
Here's Niti. How did Jigme translate it? Uh-huh. And here's the real name, Panchavinshati.
Oh.
5 and 20. 5 and 20 tens of thousands. 5 and 20,000.
So that's
The real name of the
Panchaviti.
is 20. It's really got 25,000 lines.
Do you think that it just got lost between the Sanskrit and the Tibetan or something?
People got lazy to saying Niti Ngatong,
Right.
so they just said Niti.
And it just became known as that.
So you could be really smart. You could show off.
Put 25,000.
Then people will correct it. Let's leave it like that. Let's be cute. Leave the Tibetan as 20,000. The English is 25. See if they figure it out.
Correct Sanskrit. Can you keep the Sanskrit? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this thing.
should I put this whole title as the name of the sutra? Inchusacha do Tamjupa.
No, wait. Let me see. What's the English?
A very brief presentation of the outline
Yeah.
of the sutra on the perfection of wisdom in 25,000.
So what's the question?
Oh, should I just keep this whole thing for the
Yeah, you
title?
should. Yeah. Oh, that's a good. No, the title of the folder should be Niti.
Oh, okay. So take off
You
all
can just
this.
call it Niti.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what's the Sanskrit?
Vinshati.
Should I say Panchavinshati here?
If you want to be cute.
I want to be cute. Should I be cute, Aaron?
It's too late. You already are.
25,000 verses. I'll say 25,000.
I would say there's perfection of wisdom in 25,000 verses.
Yeah.
25,000 lines. Okay.
Okay.
How do you know whether to call it 20,000 lines or 20,000 verses? There's a very cool answer.
No, you've told
You
us.
count the commas in the whole
Yeah.
book.
You can do it automatically.
Every 2 commas is a line. I think we're the first people to ever check that.
So,
And it comes out.
It's
Yeah,
really
but the
4.
problem is the title was given to the Sanskrit, which is often broken up more frequently by the Tibetans. Okay, next. Ramani, I have no idea
Where
what
the
that is.
commas represent those, the big texts, the line enders, you know.
But it's interesting,
No,
you can
well-
count the lines in the 8,000 verses quickly, just by counting commas. You know.
Ramani is Ramani Topachu. Sorry.
Let me show you something sexy, okay? These are called macro statistics of a text, and if your input is clean, you can do some cool stuff. So we're going to check for the commas in the Kangya, in a book in the Kangya. We're going to pick the 8,000. So let's say we have a question, should we call this 8,000 verses, or should we call this 8,000 lines? Okay? So we go to...
Oh, you just do it using Gopher, Geshe-la?
Yeah,
Oh.
super sexy.
That's...
I mean, only I would think it was sexy. Where's the 8,000 verses? Here's the 8,000 verses, okay? Now, what's cool is that Gopher will search it as a group. It happens to be in 3 volumes.
As long as you search...
Sorry, this is a different one. This is not the... Let's search Niti while we're at it, okay? Well, here's Chitoma. Oops. We're gonna search Gaetoba. Okay, ready? Jigme, this got out of order. Look here. The 4 should be over between the 3 and the 5 on the left-hand column. Gaetoba got put into the wrong place, the wrong column. No, but she owns the master. Watch. It belongs.
Here.
Well, we can put it here.
Except it's not.
Oh, no, I'm in the middle of Gopher, so I can't do it. Okay, anyway, we'll do it later. Okay? Here we go. How many commas are in the 8,000 verses? Now you just look at the number at the bottom. 30,000.
Should be.
So 32 divided by 4.
More
See?
or less.
So every 2 lines is a verse. They're doing lines. It means 8,000 lines. It shouldn't be called 8,000 verses. Okay, anyway, I'm just telling you something cool. I'll tell you how to check something. If your data is clean, you can do amazing things. So we're going to go fix this now. Okay, somehow.
I guess wouldn't that be correct if there's 32? If there were really 32,000 commas, that would be 8,000 verses.
In the Tibetan.
Right,
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
So I think the Sanskrit is probably two lines per Tibetan verse.
Oh, I see.
That's a problem.
That does change the game.
Okay, so we're going to put this back, Jigme. So I own the master. Is it there? Did we fix it? Yeah, see? We fixed it. Yay. Okay. All right.
Next, Ramani.
Yeah, we have another 15 minutes with Nick, and then we have Vimala. Okay.
I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just to make some decisions so I can talk to because they.
I'm spending money, but I'm not finding money. Okay. Back to Sumbum. Back to Dodra. Back to Ramani. What is Ramani?
Ramani Tokje Lang.
Tokje.
Tokje Lang.
Okay, you have to learn the word Tokje, okay? What's Tokpa mean? With
Realization.
Yeah, with an S. Realization. Without an S? Yeah, or an idea, which could be possibly wrong. What's Japa? BRJOD. Hi. He's delivering the sutra. Japa means to state or to tell. You know Judamepa. We did it in Germany. Judamepa. What's Mepa? So what's Judamepa mean?
No idea.
What's Judamepa mean?
That'd be Tokje Mepa. With no statement.
It means beyond words.
Beyond words.
We talked about it. It's a description of. Yeah, in Tonglam. So you know the word Jua, even though you don't know you know the word Jua. But here it's Tokpa Jupa. So what's that mean? To describe the realizations. And that's the Sanskrit, that's the Tibetan translation of Avadana, which means the biography of an Indian saint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, okay. Now we have a problem.
Why would the biography of an Indian saint be in the commentary to the sutra?
Yeah, the Avadanas are classically in the Tengyur.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the most famous one is called Avadana Shataka, which means the 100 Avadanas. And the one we know most famously is called
the Jataka.
No, those are not Avadanas. Those are Jatakas.
Okay.
When you say Jataka, it's always a Buddha. When you say Avadana, it's always a non-Buddha.
The Mahasiddhas.
Jatakas are in the Kangyur. Should be.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're probably in Tengyur. Anyway, Udayana is the most famous one you know.
Wheel of Life.
Yeah, because the story of the Wheel of Life is in his Avadana. Okay, yeah.
And the Mahasiddhas must be fallen into that.
Some of them are in there, but there's a separate thing for them. Okay.
Look, we have a whole section in here.
We do have a place
that needs to be worked out too.
I would go and confirm that this is in the Tengyur, and then I would move it.
Move it to Avadana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't have Avadana when I made it. You see what I mean?
So maybe I should search by the title? Or part of the title to see if it's in the Tengyur?
Yeah. Oh, that's much too long.
Yeah.
His name is unique, or her name.
Ramani.
Yeah,
Search
but there's
for
so many long Sanskrit letters there. I'll show you what you should do.
Okay.
Ramani, Ramani,
Oh.
Ramani. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to go like that. When you're searching for Sanskrit, in Tibetan, you gotta assume somebody messed up. Okay?
So when you put those 4 boxes like that and go for that, just for all of this?
Yeah, they're all or.
Oh, you put or.
No, that's the ors between these 4 and these 4. But between each 4 is an automatic or. So we can keep adding them down here. You see what I mean? We can go Ramani. You see what I mean? Or we can go Ramani. You see what I mean? That's most of the possibilities. If we don't hit anything, we'll go add more. But it gets boring after a while. Okay, here's the Tengyur. Okay, Ramani, are you there?
Is it searching? Yeah.
It is. By the way, that's a good use of the middle box as or.
Uh-huh.
If you have more than 4 versions of the same word to look for.
Kramani.
It's not. Okay, so we just keep going. By the way, what we just hit here, just for your information, is extremely valuable. In a few cases in the Tengyur, they alternate Sanskrit and Tibetan. They're bilingual. So you can create dictionaries from that. You see what I mean?
So are they bilingual in the way that like the ACIP courses are bilingual?
Yeah. But they do it by line and not by paragraph. I did the ACI courses by paragraph.
You told us what that is called.
Yeah, it's called Shinjar. Yeah, Shinjar means line. It means, what do you call that in English? You got the English here and you got the German here or something. Yeah, like juxtaposition or something like that. Anyway, it's not this one. Okay. This is not his Dokja. This is Shramana. Okay. This is Shramana. This is another bilingual text. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's still the same one, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you had nothing to do, you could go reconstruct the Sanskrit and make a dictionary from it. But you'd have to eliminate all the carving errors. What happened? Like, oh, oops. What is going on?
Or.
Oh, that's it. We're out.
Mm-hmm. So we didn't find that in the Tengyur.
Yeah.
And then, so the question becomes then, do I send it to
I'll show you another way I would do it.
Venerable Phil?
Okay. Take out all these. I would say Tokcha. Okay. I'd Tokpa Chopa. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'd put Rama. I mean,
Yeah.
or Rama, or
In the.
Ma. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Rama. Okay.
Cover every possible.
And I'd do close to each other. Okay.
Oh, right. Okay.
Let's leave it at two lines. Okay.
Yeah.
First, we check the Tengyur.
I think I don't have that newest version of the Tengyur.
I'm using the old one until Phil gives me the new one on my flash disk.
Oh, yeah.
Because there were some problems with the new in numbers.
That's right.
Oops. Oops, did I just make a boo-boo?
No, still searching. We got
One
a mash.
It's not it. This is getting out of hand. What do we do? Is he? Let's see if any other Tibetan ever mentioned it. Okay. This is the difficult part of cataloging. Okay. This is where you have to be able to read the text you hit. Okay. Let's see if any other Tibetan ever talked about it. Nobody.
And guess why are we? I don't know what the rest of this says, but
Which one?
the rest of the title. But we're just focused on Tokcha, Avadana. But
Oh yeah. The problem is we want to establish whether the original Avadana was in the Kangyur or the Tengyur or somewhere else.
right, so that's what I was just gonna say. Like, should we check the Kangyur?
We could check the Kangyur. Let's try. I doubt if it's there.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be. By the way, sometimes they'll tell the Tokcha of somebody and not call it the Tokcha. He's just in the middle of a sutra somewhere. Let's try that.
I was only trying to figure out because somehow it ended up in Dundrel in the Sungbum.
You could go read the Tibetan book, and he might say, this is from this and such a sutra. He probably would say that in the first few lines.
Okay.
If he were desperate.
See if there's something like that that I can distinguish.
Oops. Is that all the ones we can get?
Looks like it's from a Western book or something.
What?
No. Sorry, it's just written weird.
It does not get much better than this. There's a Crumeny. There's a Remini.
Oh, there's 66 matches.
Yeah. That's when you're really desperate. Okay, I don't want to hit the crust, so what do I do?
Just put a space
before each one. It does not get much better than this. These are mantras, okay?
All of it?
Yeah, I can just tell. I just skip them. I'm looking for it used as a name. I don't want it in the middle of a mantra.
So many vowels.
25 hits, so I'm just looking to see if there's one in the middle of a
name.
What does Romney mean? It's just a word.
It's a name, apparently. So it should have Tibetan on either side of it. You see what I mean?
Like that.
This is Kuberama. Okay, that's not the one we're looking for. Here it went off the screen, I think. See, I don't know.
Okay. Right. So it's not in the Tengyur, it's not in the Kangyur, or we're not finding it in either one of those.
Let's go read the book. We have 5 more minutes.
Here. Oh, well.
Okay. Are you at the top? Yeah, ignore the poetry. It's just This is an argument for poetry.
Argument for poetry?
Yeah.
We need more poetry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's weird. I have to study it. Let me see. You want to read it a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Okay, it starts with some poetry that we don't need. Okay.
I argue that.
The author might beg to differ, yeah.
Okay, here he mentions Tokje Rinpoche Baksam Tishing. Okay, this is a famous collection in the Tengyur from Kashmir of called the Wishing Tree, and it's a collection of Avadanas.
Oh.
So we might find the one he's talking about in there because he mentions it right away. Okay, but that's in the Tengyur, and we should have hit Ramani, I think. So, if you don't use poetry in your books, it's the same as the noise of a parrot. It is a sine qua non. Yeah, medumiruma, sine qua non.
What is that?
Wrong to not have. Sine qua non, you know?
I've seen it in.
It means nothing without which nothing.
Uh-huh.
It's a Latin and it means indispensable. So, so here's an argument for poetry. If you don't know poetry, you can write your books, but they're not very good.
Doesn't that make it seem like then, Geshe-la, that this is neither a commentary on a sutra nor a sutra?
Well, I'm waiting for him to. Oh, we should search this for Ramani.
What was besides there? That's just a title.
I think this is that reference to Ramayana.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not sure. He says, therefore, there's a book in poetry called The Life Story of Ramani. The subject of that is in ancient times in India, Rigjagitamgya means a book based on the Vedas.
Oh.
Okay, called Ramana. And it's the story of a certain king.
Ravi Rama.
And Dini Bharata Shejawa Shunglatene. It's based on another book called Bharata, which is Mahabharata. So it is a corruption of Ramayana.
Wow.
And this, a copy of this text was in this certain temple in Tibet, in Sanskrit.
Huh.
It's even been translated into English and Chinese. So this author is modern. And it's a reference to the Ramayana.
Uh-huh. The author who's arguing for poetry is modern?
Yeah, born 1914, died 1993.
And this is the Tibetan.
Yeah, he's writing about this Ramayana.
But didn't you say that the book was in Sanskrit somewhere?
Yeah, he said this book was to be found, according to this record, ancient record, the original in Sanskrit was to be found in this certain temple.
Oh, the Ramayana.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So this is in the totally wrong place in the Sungbum.
Now we have a question. It's not the story of a person named Ramana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the title of? Can you look up in the wiki what's Ramayana mean?
Oh yeah.
Is there somebody named Rama? Or
Yeah,
something?
it's the King Rama.
Why do they call it Yana? Ayana.
It's a tale of Rama or something.
Can you look it up?
Yeah. I just read it pretty recently.
Okay.
Yeah. The real version's quite long. I read an abridged version. Not Cliff Notes.
Here it says King Ramani. It says King Ramani.
I didn't read that version. No. But he does. There is a really cool cartoon of it though.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Rama's journey.
The name Ramayana is a compound of Rama and Ayana. Rama's journey. Is Rama the king? Oh,
Yeah, yeah. He's a prince in the Ramayana, and then his father.
oh.
I mean, we can get into the story, but it's
So he mistakenly calls him King Ramani.
he does be yeah.
This author, this modern author. There we've figured out the problem. Now I have an interesting question for you. Is the Mahabharata or the Ramayana in the Tingya?
No.
Some of those things are.
Yeah, some medical texts and stuff are too, right?
Yeah, some of them are. I don't know how you'd find out.
It's a vocal, right? Wouldn't it-
We could search. We could search the catalog of it.
But just curious,
Yeah.
if the Ramayana or the Mahabharata or any of them are in the Tengur, that doesn't really have doesn't impact what we do with this particular work much, does it?
Uh,
I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand.
now we can put it safely in out of Dodra, and
Yeah.
we can put it into.
Also,
No, we can put it into Tokchus.
Tokchus.
It is the story of the King Rama.
Oh, isn't this
Story of Indian saint.
isn't this text an argument for poetry that just happens to reference the Ramayana?
This is called. This is called.
That's why I was thinking.
This is called an. What do you call that? An editorial piece, which was inspired by the Ramayana.
Huh?
That's the real meaning of the title.
Really?
So I would still put it under
Because it
Indian life stories or something. Because under that, when we get there, we'll put Ramayana, and this will be under Ramayana. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. So I'm gonna keep it in this folder. I'm gonna move this folder into Tokcha. And now in Tokcha, I'll put Ramayana for now, and then when we get up to it, we'll retitle it.
Yeah, good. Okay.
And that took care of that. And it's 12:04, so
Yeah.
I don't
You're
want to cut it into other people's time.
Okay. PP break.
Yeah.
Let's take a Taiwan. We'll take a Taiwan walk around the building.
After PP break.
Not a big island.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
read.
think the question is, are you going to do what we did last time? Coming out of China after 3-week tour with 3 nights in a row with no sleep. Then go to Taiwan and try to talk to people.
That was pretty fun. That's when I got sick.
Yeah. You're like,
That was bad.
about cut to that.
Oh, really? Taiwan.
We went to Taipei airport. We didn't even go into the city. We just went to the airport.
We got to see
so
the
people can't find us.
Say, what should y'all want?
I came out of my room and like Yeshua looked at me and he was like, "You alright, man?" I was like, "No, it's so good." And like he just like put his hand on my head like I felt like I was like a little kid, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then this guy was looking at me like, "I think he's gonna make it."
We're at the airport with help. Is he
Yeah.
gonna die on the plane?
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
We were gonna go.
We need to go visit
We were gonna go see the Hello Kitty gate, but I couldn't even make it.
Did he make it?
Yeah. Did you go see it?
No, I've never been. I never saw it.
You never saw it.
No, I was always kind of like tagging. I never actually.
You didn't go to the Hello Kitty.
I listened to